Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So hopefully you guys had a good day. I spent the majority of the day in the craft room getting things designed and prepped for card class on Saturday. Everything is designed and a little bit less than half are already put together and ready for, actually they're cut and put in the envelopes ready for you guys to put together on Saturday. So I got that done. And then all 4 dogs had their shots this morning. So that was a hot mess trying to get 4 dogs in a vehicle down to the vet office, one at a time. Yeah, it's just zero fun for anybody involved. But I'd rather be inconvenienced one trip versus 4 different trips on taking each of the dogs down there by themselves. So, yes, that was my crazy day. So hopefully you guys had a little bit less crazy day than I did. It was still a good day. I can't complain. Good evening, Heather. Welcome. So I don't know if many of you heard. I didn't even know if I should mention this on my live, but my heart does go out to all of the close to my heart demonstrators and customers out there. We just got the news that they are closing their business the end of June. So I am very, very sad for them and hope for the best. That's all we can do is hope for the best and keep moving forward, keep chugging along. And that's what I'm doing. I don't know anything. I'm just little old me doing my Facebook Live on Tuesday. I try to keep out of every drama that's going on. I'm not a drama person. I don't like any of that. So I just stick to myself and hope for the best. So anyway, today's card, actually, let me go back. I don't have my ear pods in, so hopefully you don't hear a lot of ruckus. There was a horsefly flying around my Facebook Live area with all the lights, and I was jumping up and down for the last 15 minutes trying to get the stupid fly so he wouldn't be annoying during my Facebook Live. Just to let you know, I did finally get him. It was not easy, and I am sweating, but that's okay. I got the fly. And so now I'm going to go to today's live. I thought I would do a little bit of Easter. I know Easter is super early this year. Literally, it is kind of messing up my entire life. I don't know if I should decorate for St. Patrick's Day or if I should decorate for Easter, so I decorated for both. So I don't know if you can see, but I have little bunny earrings on and a necklace. They're not as big as what I anticipated. I do have a pair that I got off Etsy years ago, and they're really big and sparkly and pink, of course, right? And then I thought I ordered the same ones, and they're a lot smaller, but that's okay. They're still super cute. So I am going to be doing an Easter card. Whew, that was a long story to tell you that I'm doing an Easter card. It is one of the sets we're using on Saturday, and at first I didn't know how to do it. I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to figure it out. And then I realized it was so easy, I was overcomplicating it. So I am going to do a version of what we're going to do on Saturday for today's live. There you go. That's it in a nutshell. Let's scooch you over. I have done enough yakking. Okay, good. Thanks, Heather. I never know if there's going to be background noise, and I like my ear pods, but for some reason, they are just giving me problems. So I did take them in the house, and I plugged them into the house charger versus just a charger out here, which I don't know why it would be any different, but who knows. So let's talk about the set I'm going to be playing with today. So we are doing the Easter Lilies, and it has a die set that goes with it. So you can use this as just the dies and the stamp set, just the dies alone, or just the stamp set. This has lots and lots of use. So for card class, we are focusing on just using the dies. So these 3 dies create your lily, and then you have the leaves that go with it. And then this is the little inside piece for the lilies. Or you can use the stamp sets, stamp the lily, the stem, and the leaves. So these are more lilies, sorry. So you can use this alone or with the stamp set. And At first, I was just trying to use a stamp set and I couldn't figure it out, but then it dawned on me how they went together, and it is definitely super adorable. So you're literally just layering these pieces, and obviously once you have it on paper, it is much more beautiful than me just showing you what the dies look like. So that's the stamp set we're going to be using, and these are the dies. I actually did not pre-stamp or cut them out because I wanted to show you how easy it was to do. So those are the dies we're using, and I just wanted a happy Easter. So I brought in the Easter Bunny. This does have a punch that goes with it, and it punches out this rabbit right here, but I loved this happy Easter, so I thought I would bring in this little guy. You can definitely use the sentiments that are in the stamp set as well, but I just chose to bring this one in. So there is that. So let's bring in all of the goodies. Oh, let me show you the card we're going to be making first. So here's the card. So I have the little Happy Easter up top, and I sprinkled some of our pearls, which I don't use pearls very often. I used a ton of them for Natalie's wedding invitations, and I still had a few extra packs left over, and I'm like, we need to use those. And I brought in some of the Be Mine Designer Series paper for the bottom. And inside, you can just write your sentiment. So it's a super quick and easy card, and it looks like you spent a lot of time on it. But I'm going to show you that we really aren't. So first is Daffodil Delight. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to fold this, give it a nice good fold, give it a nice good crease, and we can set that aside. I have a piece of Old Olive. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and I ran it through one of our 3D embossing folders. This is a set of 3, so it's an online exclusive only. It's not in any of the catalog. And I actually use this one a lot. It just gives it a little smidgen of a look to it. So that's why I liked it, because it was just very subtle. And then I have my 2-inch by 4-inch piece of the Be Mine Designer Series paper. So it has the bees on the back. And that is going to go right at the bottom. But before we get putting all of that together, let me bring in, oh, I did forget to tell you that we need 2 pieces of our basic whites. It is 4 by 5 1/4. One is going to go on the inside of our card, and we're going to do the stamping on the other one. So let's bring in all of our images. And I'm bringing in my memento. So because this is a photopolymer stamp set, I pre-stamped all of my images with Versamark. I don't know if you've ever done that, but stamping it before you even use it with Versamark, it gives it a nice, even stamp on the photopolymers. So I already did that before I used them. I had to do it because I had to do my sample, so I couldn't show you. So I'm just stamping all 4 of these images on. You can use scrap basic white. You can really use whatever you have. There's that. And then our last one is going to go right here. Perfect. So there's all 4 of our pieces. I am going to bring in my bottom base for my embossing machine, because I want to go ahead and die cut these before I color them. And I'm going to show you how I colored them. Some people are not colorers. Some people love to color, but I'm going to give you an alternative to coloring. So I'm just using a little bit of Post-it tape to hold these down, because I'm going to cut all 4 at one time. There's that. This one is going to go here. And they line up super easy. There's that one. And then our last one, I'm going to come down here. Make sure that's lined up. I like to cut before I color in case I mess up and my dye shifts, and then I don't have to restamp, recolor, all of that. So I like to stamp, then die cut, then color. So I'm bringing in my embossing machine. And again, I forgot my hand wraps because I was doing dishes right before I came out, and they're sitting on the counter. So we are just going to go super gentle with this machine. And they're actually feeling a lot better with me wearing them. I see the doctor on Friday, so hopefully I will have some good news. So everything is die cut. Now we can just pop these out. Perfect. Okay, so here's all of our pretty die cut pieces. So first I'm going to do is our Daffodil Delight. Before I open the ink pad, I am going to squeeze because I want to get some of that ink on the top of my lid. So I'm going to set this down, bring in my water painter. I already know that there's water on the tip of it because I used it earlier, but you don't want too much water on it. So I do have a paper towel that I am just going to kind of dry up some of that water. Now I'm going to come in and pick some up. You just don't want it to be too wet. And you're just going to keep adding. You can always add more color, you just can't take color away. So let's bring in my sample just to make sure I'm coloring this right. So I'm just taking my water painter and I'm going to gently add color to my lilies. And if you think you have a little bit too much water, just kind of dab it off. And just kind of keep going until you like what you have. Just remember, you can always add more, you just can't take it away. And a smidgen more over here. There we go. I think that one is good. And then we're going to do this one as well. So it's a nice alternative to using our blends. And our watercolor pens are actually clear now. I just have had these ones forever and I haven't ordered the new ones. So I probably should get on the ball and order the new ones. Okay, so now that we're done with the Daffodil Delight, I'm going to clean my brush and I'm going to come in and I'm going to wipe this up just in case there's any water that's left on my lid. I don't want it to mess up my stamp pad. So there's that. So now let's bring in the old olive. So again, I'm just going to push gently. Good evening, Martine. Welcome. I want a little bit more than that. There we go. And now I'm going to come in with the stem and the leaves. I'm going to pick up and just kind of brush this on. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, perfect is what you make it. So everything you make is perfect. I just want to blend that a smidgen more. There we go. Add a little bit more down here. And there we go. Make sure to clean off, and you can squeeze some water at this point to clean off your tip. Okay. That is how easy it is to use our watercolor pens. And I do want to take that out just to be safe. I don't think there was any puddles of water in there, but I don't want to take the chance. The stamps are so gorgeous. In card class on Saturday, we're actually using the dies to create the lilies, and they are just as spectacular. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some mini glue dots, and I want to put a mini glue dot up at the tip. And I'm going to come in and put this right off. This bottom leaf is the longest, so I'm just putting it right next to that. This one I'm going to put a mini glue dot as well. This one is going to go right next to it. And lilies are probably one of my favorite flowers. Bo always says it smells like cat pee. I was going to say the other word, but I forgot I was on a Facebook Live. He always says they smell like cat pee, and I just love, I hate cat pee smell, but I love the smell of lilies. They are probably one of my ultimate favorite. So there you go. There is our lily, and it was very simple. We stamped it in the memento, and we just colored it with our water painters and some ink. Literally, it went by so quick. So let's bring in these pieces. I did put dimensionals on the back of the designer series paper, which is something I usually don't do, but I did for this one. And I'm only putting one in the center because I'm going to tuck this underneath it. And I think I got talking too much, and this guy is hanging off. So let's see if I can fix that. Oh, look at that. There we go. So this is going to go at the bottom of your old olive layer. Now I can flip this over, and we're going to put dimensionals on. I want one on each of the pieces that I glued down with the mini glue dots. It's probably overkill, but it's your card. You can put as many of them on as you want. And let's see if I have a couple mini over here. I'll put a mini on that leaf, mini over here, and one more over there. Definitely overkill on dimensionals, but don't tell anybody. It's our little secrets. I don't know if you can see, but I broke my thumbnail really low. Oh, it always hurts the worst when you cut your fingernail really low, or when you break it. So now I'm going to tuck this up underneath. There we go. Bring in our card. We're going to put some Tombow on the back of the basic white, and that's going to go on the inside. And then this is going to go on the outside. I think that's all the glue we're going to need. There's lots. And then let's bring in our old olive again. I'm going to bring in our smidgen of, I think it's maybe 1/4 inch wide, and you can tell I've already used it. I'm going to stamp Happy Easter. And then, of course, yes, I know this little guy's retired, but he is my best friend. He just makes the perfect banner images, or the little banner pieces, and I don't think I'll ever give him up. Okay, let's flip this over, add some dimensionals to the back. So pretty much this entire card is popped up. And I just want to come in and fill in this empty space with the Happy Easter. And then we're going to sprinkle on some of our pearls. There you go. That is how easy and simple this card is to put together, and it is definitely a wow. I love this stamp set. I think I might use this again on Thursday, just in a different version. So this is one of the sets that we're using this weekend, and it is in the spring. It's in the mini holiday catalog. Let me see if I can quickly flip to the page. I actually think it's page 29 or 28. I don't know how I remember that because I was looking at it this morning. Oh, it is. Look at that, 26. So it does come as a bundle, or you can get them separately. And I just love it being pink, so maybe we'll make a pink one or a purple one on Thursday. Okay, that is your guys' live for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. If you need anything, please, oh, I hit the wrong button. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. I do work tomorrow morning, so I'm heading in to take a shower. I'm going straight to bed, because I work at 4 a.m. and I have to be up at 3, so that's a smidgen early. But I can't take a nap when I get home tomorrow. So I will be in the craft room finishing up card class on Saturday, and I do have to clean a little bit. I have to admit, when I craft, I make a hot mess. But anyway, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will see everybody on Thursday for another fun card. Thanks. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.